We ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Oh, sorry. I hope that doesn't get put on.
Oh, best believe it will. All right, so we're back. I'm Larry. He's
No,
Philip.
you're Philip. I'm Larry.
I thought I was Jeff.
We're not doing this.
Okay, so welcome to this week's podcast. What the hell are we talking about?
So you're going to make me come up with how to word it?
Yeah, I did it the last 2 weeks. I can't carry this whole channel.
Okay, that'll be another podcast. This one will be about, we're going to be discussing current franchises.
Sure.
Franchises that have been pronounced dead.
By who? Who has pronounced
The gaming community.
Fine, we as a whole.
We're going to be discussing those franchises and which ones we think need sequels, prequels, spinoffs.
And then also a series that needs a spinoff.
Yeah.
It's weird that you included spinoff in the list of those in the beginning, when that's its own separate topic for this video. Alright, so we're going to start off with franchises that aren't
This has been
dead.
a disaster so far.
Oh, I mean, which one of our videos hasn't been? So,
The first one did alright.
and then those great gameplay videos with those
Oh,
audio.
yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. So, I don't understand how we don't have thousands of subscribers already.
Seriously. They should be lining up. They should be asking us to subscribe.
So anyway, we're going to start off with franchises that are not dead, still around today, that need a sequel or a prequel or whatever. You want to start or should I?
If I start, I would finish the last one. No, I would start the last one.
So you want me to start so you can finish the last one?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Figured as much. So.
Mine's probably lame, but it's alright. We'll let the
Oh,
viewers
wonderful.
decide.
So, I can only really think of one, like, current series that's either not getting a series or, like, a sequel that I want, or that, like, I care about enough to want another one of. And oddly enough, it's Uncharted. I think Uncharted...
Even after number 4, or whichever one's coming out.
Exactly. I think it needs another sequel. Because this game coming up, you
prequel.
could call it a sequel. It's more of a spinoff.
Okay.
Because it follows the main character, the female main character from 3, like your companion sort of, and she has her own story with the bad woman from Uncharted 4. They team up for some reason, and they have their own game. Now, what I really want to see is, so the plotline for Uncharted 4 is, he's Nathan's done. He's settled down. He's a fisher now. He's lame. One day his brother, who he thought has been dead for the past 20 years, shows up at his doorstep like, hey.
Oh, plot twist.
Let's go find this thing. And he's like, okay, let's go find this thing.
I'm great at finding things.
Anyway, he goes on like one last adventure. And at the end of the game, he really does retire and he buys a house on the beach with his wife. And the very last scene of the game.
That's what Dominic Toretto said.
You play. Shut up. You play. He had like 17 final races. I don't want to hear it. So he's at the end of the very last segment of Uncharted 4. You play as Nathan's daughter, and in their beach house, and she like uncovers like all of his artifacts and shit from all the other games, and he's like, "Mom,
Don't
Dad."
worry about it.
She's like, "Mom, Dad, what is all this?" And he's like, "All right, well, I guess you're old enough now. I'm waiting for a game where you play as the daughter, like a direct sequel where you play as the daughter, doing like." Something from Nathan's past comes back to fuck with him, or he gets murdered. Oh my god, if he gets murdered. I just came up with this now. He needs to get murdered. And then his daughter, oh my god. And then she finds Sully. And then, oh my god, I gotta write this down.
Sully's the old dude, right?
Yes. That helps Nathan throughout his adventure. Oh my lord, I need to write this down. I'm getting goosebumps.
I think I've said this on channel. I have no idea what the Uncharted series is about.
It's just fucking...
But like I'm excited for that, and I have no idea what the series is.
Oh my god, I'm getting a rush.
Okay, calm down, take it easy.
Yo, imagine like somebody murders Nathan, and then the daughter's like, "I will avenge you by becoming what you once were, and I will recruit your old man friend." Oh my lord!
And then I'll die, and my son will take over.
And it just never ends. It just keeps on going.
And then his daughter, and then.
So no, as much as I'm excited for this upcoming game, it's just a spin-off. It's probably going to be a bit shorter than normal. I don't feel that attached to these characters. So it's going to be good, but it's not going to be like another Uncharted.
Our viewers, all 5 of them, we'll know how we feel about the new Uncharted game.
You know, that is an improvement from last week. You said all 2 of our viewers.
There we go.
Look at that growth rate.
Our cult following is really taking off.
That's 150% growth.
We don't have Aubrey.
Oh, shut YouTube beef at the lowest level.
Keemstar, what up? Anyway, so for my, I guess, live series or whatever we want to call it, I actually chose Friday the 13th.
What?
Simply because it's not a campaign game. But hear me out. I was very upset with. Not very upset. It's still a very good game, but I think they could have done a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one, they could have fixed the servers.
Well, I mean,
they could have done a better job with. I guess
everything.
Yeah, bringing like different terrain, like different settings, different maps.
What you mean? The 3 camps that look exactly like each other isn't enough for you?
Yeah, different like game modes, maybe. I don't know, something different. And I also think it would be interesting if they would bring in the Freddy series as well and have a joint games instead of all those joint movies.
I mean that one.
It's fine, they go together.
You know the story. When I first heard about this game at PAX East, at the panel for this game, somebody asked that question and said, will there be like a Freddy DLC or any type of event like that? And they're like, well, the person that owns Freddy, completely different company, whole different set of rights. If we get the rights to Freddy, sure.
Of course.
But right now, we're not going to go out and try to buy the rights to Freddy because we don't have that kind of money.
I think a sequel or whatever you want to call it to this game would be very successful if they brought in Freddy, because then you could introduce, like I said, different game modes, different maps.
So you're saying like there needs to be so many improvements that it wouldn't be just enough for like an update?
Yeah, an update. And
it would have to be like a whole.
Wouldn't work. You need to completely
like a whole
gut the first game.
Mm.
And I know it's hard because you have to stay true to the original movie series. You have to, you can't change the camps all that much because they're the camps from the movies.
All the camps are like recreated exactly.
Yeah, and you can't change the characters because the characters are from the movies.
Yada yada.
But I think just say we'll give you that, but then add a little bit more. Add some other maps, and then add Freddy. You can do Freddy's thing.
You've really been hell-bent on this Freddy idea, huh?
I think a game with Freddy and Jason would be really cool.
What would you do? Like, what?
It'd be very, very similar.
Be just the game we have now, but with Freddy. Come on.
Duh! No, I mean, you would be able to, like... You could have different game modes where you have to either, 1, try to wake up, or 2, try and beat Freddy in his own element, or... You have to try and...
Interesting.
Like, they power up the characters a little bit more, and then you have to try and beat Jason. You can't escape. The only hope is trapping him somewhere, or something like that, where you have to trap him and gang up on him, which would also force you to interact with the other players in the game, which I feel like people have gotten away from on the servers. The people don't like when the first game first came out. Everybody was in the game chat. Now you play a game, nobody's in the game chat. So I think something like that would also force more gamer to gamer
interactions. All right, fair enough. I like that much.
I think there's a lot they could do. Obviously, I'm not a world-class game developer or storyboarder or whatever you want to call it.
Don't be modest.
And I feel like if they put their mind to it, they could easily come up with a much better game. And honestly, they could probably come up with a campaign somehow.
They are. They're like adding a campaign to the game.
Okay.
It's a free DLC.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you on we need a sequel thing, but I can't come up with a single idea of what it would be. So just like I didn't say anything about it. I'm like, I have no idea what they would do for another game on this.
If they're gonna make another game, I feel like it has to include Freddy.
Oh my God, no! It does not have to include Freddy. You realize there were 9 Jason movies before Freddy was ever introduced into this.
Yeah, but then they were together, and now they're just together. When you think it's like Freddy and Jason, it's not like Freddy and Michael Myers. It's
sorry, because none of them ever had crossover movies.
Freddy and It.
There was
Freddy
one. I hate you. This is so stupid.
Freddy and the Crows.
Did you even see that movie?
No.
All right, moving on. There we go. Moving on. Hasn't even seen the movie.
Tell me it's not a cool idea.
You're a cool idea.
Thanks, man.
Anytime, buddy. So, alright, give me a dead game and or series and or jiggity flop.
Jiggity flop.
That needs a new game.
Floppy disk.
There you go.
I looked it up. This game, I think fans just really want an extra in the series.
The way you're wording it makes it seem like you have never played or heard of this game until like 5 minutes ago.
No, I have.
So fans really want this.
I really want it too, but I'm not sure if it's announced or if people just want it that badly. Left 4 Dead 3.
Oh.
There's a lot online about it, and I don't think there's an announced. There's
rumors.
Third game. I think it's just rumors.
It's rumors.
I think Valve keeps terrorizing their fans with the idea.
Do you know about how Valve hates their fans?
I don't know.
They don't like the number 3, and it's a running gag that all of their games only have 2 games: Portal, Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, Team Fortress.
Although Half-Life, I'm pretty sure was just announced for Half-Life 3.
Nope.
I don't know. I think I just heard it.
Nope. You did not. Trust me. Literally everybody would be going batshit insane.
Anyway, I think I never realized how much fun this game was until my friend brought it back to college, and we're playing it on the Xbox 360, and we have so much fun. I mean, expert mode is impossible.
Literally impossible.
We keep trying.
It's impossible.
But the game itself is just so great.
It's so simple.
But still, it's still.
I know.
It's insane.
I agree with you 100%.
The storyline is very well thought out.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
The story. There is no story.
Yeah, it's them getting through all the different trials.
That's not a story.
That's
an objective.
It's an objective, but it's also there is a story too. In 2, they're journeying from when they land on that hotel to the final run through that bridge.
Yeah.
To finally get free,
but nothing happens in terms of quote unquote story. It's like, okay, we're here now. We kill zombies. Okay, we're here now. We kill zombies.
I get that, but I think when I'm referring to the stories the dialogue, the interactions between the characters, the events that happen, like when you have to
fill the car up with gas.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, I'm still going to argue to the death of you that there's any type of story aspect. I mean, I love the game. I want to see.
Maybe it is more.
I'm agreeing with you.
It's more objective than it is story, but
I'm agreeing with you more so than anything.
Including everything into
100%.
The story aspect.
100%. Example, like I said, the part where where you have to bring the gas to the car. You're in the mall, and you have to find all the gas around. It's so great because if you have computers, you're fucked. Automatically. You're not getting through that part on any difficulty. But then more so, if you're with smart people, instead of having 2 people run out, get fuel, and bring them back down, you send somebody out, 1 or 2 people, to find fuel, and they just throw them over the edge.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. And the fact that you can do that is a really fun part of that game.
The worst part on that level is when the tank comes and you have to try and fill it up on the tank.
That's the worst part of every level.
True, very true.
Alright. Anything else on Left 4 Dead 2, 3, something?
Just that I really want it. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't care if it was a prequel. I wouldn't care if it was...
What would you want for Left 4 Dead 3? What would you want to add? Be different, be more...
I think they could definitely get a little bit more creative now with different zombies. Mm-hmm. They tried doing that with 2, and I think they did a pretty good job. I think they could keep going there. Again, I'm not a world-class game developer, so I don't know specifically what I would want. But I think the enemy aspect could be improved. Not that it isn't already great. And I think they could add more game modes like they did in 2. They added the one where you could play online as the zombies.
That was
play
fun.
online as the person going against the zombie.
100%. That was fun.
Stuff like that.
I think they could also add a horde mode type thing. But I feel like the whole game is a horde mode type thing.
Yeah. Also the weapon
choice.
Yeah. It's you either get the M16, the AK-47, the
that's
2
it.
shotguns, or the sniper, and that's it.
That's basically. Or if you're trying to challenge yourself, double pistols.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And then, I mean, you do get the choice of some melee weapons. Melee weapons is probably the most extensive choice that you get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's not that much that needs improvement.
No, there's not.
The game itself, like you said, is so simple and still so great.
The other thing that I would say really needs an improvement is and that'll happen because it's on new systems, just a graphics update.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That goes almost without saying.
Yeah.
But, like, the graphics from 1 and 2 do not hold up.
Absolutely.
They look so bad. Not that it affects how much fun the game is, but, oh, God, it's just so bad. It could be a lot better now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I would want for that game? I'm just coming up with this now, obviously. Because I didn't know you were going to say Left 4 Dead before we started this. If they added... And I hate that I'm saying this because I feel like every game does this now. If they added like an RPG element to it, to the point where at the start of every 5 stages, every run, like in Left 4 Dead, the more you killed, the more headshots you got experience that you would use.
You leveled up.
Yeah, to level up, and you choose what your level ups did. Faster reload speed, faster bullet damage. And again, every time you start a new one, it's not like you carry over and you can be overpowered. You just start over. You start with a clean slate. You choose which way like your improvement growth could go.
You see, I would agree with that, but I feel like they should find a way to carry it over from stage to stage, because but that way you would make it a little bit more difficult to level up, and you'd really be actually working towards something.
I guess I was just thinking like if they do the entire game as from one big story mode, as opposed to the way Left 4 Dead and Left 4 2 have done it, I would agree with you. But the way Left 4 Dead, there was like one campaign that was 5 stages, another I feel like every one of those you should reset and try out different ways to level up and focus on different things and what works for different stages.
Or maybe also like a perk system.
Something
along those lines.
I agree 100%. Talked about Left 4 Dead a lot longer than I thought we would. All right, so I'll try to make mine quick, I guess. I have 2 that I could not decide on. So I'm going to talk about them both very quickly. Number 1 was Alan Wake.
Okay.
God, Alan Wake.
I remember watching Matthew play that game.
So good. And the same people made Quantum Break. It's not related to the first game at all.
It fell, that fell
game was
hard.
So bad.
It was trash.
Oh my lord. I hate that game. So I think Alan Wake needs a sequel. Or, I hate to say maybe or a spinoff because we're talking about that later. But, like, it needs another game, man. That shit was so good. The story was amazing. The gameplay was interesting. I mean, I
thought the idea that you were only safe in the light was really cool.
I agree. That's amazing. I think he needs to...
I also love the survival aspect where you have to find batteries for your flashlight. And games like Outlast do that for the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really what I like about those games in particular.
I like scavenging for things that make it worth your while.
Yeah, not
as
like,
opposed to just
I found this plant that adds...
coolness.
Likability to my person.
Oh, man. Yeah, I agree with you on that part. I'm going to continue that I'm going to end off Alan Wake by saying that the story was amazing. If they keep that up, it'll be fine. And he also needs to be able to sprint for a little bit longer than he did.
Yeah.
God, this man was so fat just in his running ability. It was awful. And the other one was Pokemon Snap.
I've never even heard of this game.
On the Nintendo 64, which I have right over there, there's a game called Pokemon Snap. It was released around the same time like Red and Blue were, so like the first 151. And you would go through these different levels taking pictures of different Pokemon. And you would have to use different tools that Professor Oak would give you to try to find every Pokemon, take pictures of them. I wish people could see your face right now. And you would have to take pictures of them, and Professor Oak would rank your pictures and give you points for how good the pictures were. And then later you would get tools to where you could come back and find different Pokemon in the same levels. And you could find all 151 in these levels. And it was one of the most fun Pokemon spin-offs ever.
It's just a glorified camera?
Yeah.
The game?
Yes.
That's fun.
Yes.
No.
This is not the topic of debate right now. Point being, both the 3DS and the Nintendo Switch are the perfect systems to have another Pokemon Snap game on. I don't know why. It's not... The sales were amazing. Reviews were positive. I don't understand why this isn't a thing. Alan Wake, the reviews were mixed. Sales were not that great. I get it. Everyone loved Pokemon Snap. I don't understand why there's nothing announced for Pokemon Snap. Everybody would buy it. And I mean everybody.
I really don't think so.
I really do think so.
I think you're wrong.
I absolutely not. Comment below if you would buy a new Pokemon Snap game. There's nobody that'll say no.
Because nobody knows what it is.
You're the only one. If you were to go on Facebook right now, who knows what Pokemon Snap is and or likes it, everyone would love Pokemon Snap. Guaranteed. 100%.
10 out of 10 would not know what it is.
Go ahead. Do it. I dare you. We'll tell everybody what the results are later.
We'll get to that later. Let's keep going.
Alright, we're going to end it off with games that need spin-offs.
Kind of a weird topic, but I thought... This is going to sound really weird. I thought about it while I was in the shower. And I was like, wow, that would be a really good spin-off idea. I hope you guys like my idea, but we'll get to that later.
Why'd you need to interject if I'm the one going first?
Because, they need to know how random this was.
Okay, you could have said that during your turn.
Shut up.
It's my turn to speak.
No.
We're kicking
you off
You're getting the axe.
We're kicking you off the show. One Jeff.
You can't say we're kicking you off the show. You'd be the only one kicking
One
me.
Jeff.
Oh, so we are Jeffs.
No.
Anyway, just Larry confirmed we're Jeffs.
Illuminati confirmed.
My name is Jeff. So anyway, game that needs a spin-off. Sonic 06, Sonic the Hedgehog. Universally one of the worst games ever made. Everyone will tell you that.
Just like everyone will tell you they love Pokemon Snap.
Those are two things that are universally agreed upon. Sonic 06 is bad and Pokemon Snap is great. I don't know what to tell you.
Universally agreed upon, Hitler was bad.
No. The Germans during that time thought he was great. And a whole bunch of Americans today would probably say, hey, he wasn't that bad. But we're going to stay away from politics.
Kind of a touchy topic.
Yeah, we're not going there. So anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog was awful in almost every way. The only thing that was good about it was, as in every Sonic game, the music. Great music. There was one character that was kind of interesting. His name was Silver. And he was like a time traveler.
Silver Surfer?
No. Not Fantastic Four. No. So he had come back in time to stop Sonic because he thought Sonic was the one who had started the Armageddon. This game was really bad. I wish people could see your face again. The game is really bad and convoluted. But he was so cool. I wish they made a spin-off game for him that was good. Because he had psychokinesis, which was great. He could just move shit in the environment and chuck it at people and use it to make platforms. He was fun to play as. A lot of times spin-off games are better than the original games. If they made a game for him, it'd be very hard to make a worse game.
You see, you lost me when you started, but now I'm kind of being reeled back in.
Oh.
The game sounds like the spin-off game sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because the original game was trash. Also, it promotes bestiality. Continue. Your turn. So the main girl who is if she cries, she releases Armageddon, and for some reason people think Sonic is the reason that she cries. So Iblis, awakens and destroys. It's a long story.
Iblis.
I should have you play this game on stream one day. For the Let's Play.
We don't stream.
For a Let's Play.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I'll have you play that. Oh, that'd be amazing. I could do that too. I could actually get you to record that.
Okay.
Anyway, at the end of the game, Sonic is dead or passed out or whatever.
Just chilling.
And they're like, "Oh my god, we need to bring him back." And then the main girl kisses him on the lips.
Iblis.
No,
so
the girl that can release Iblis. So meanwhile, she's a human. He's a hedgehog. It's weird. I don't want to talk about it. I can't wait. All right, I'm having you play that game. The end. Continue yours.
God, I shouldn't have said anything. For my spin-off series, I actually chose Fallout.
Okay, for a spin-out series.
Yeah. Was
Fallout Shelter not enough for you?
No. That's the one on the phone.
Yes.
No, that was trash.
That was the most honest game. The most honest answer I've ever heard. No, it would not.
So everyone knows I'm in love with the Fallout series.
Yeah, because all 5 of our viewers.
Hey, we're growing slowly but surely.
Aubrey doesn't know that, but everyone else knows it.
So Fallout is one of my favorite series ever played. All 3 games are probably in my top 10.
All 3 games? Fallout 1 and 2 not count?
Nobody knows Fallout 1 and 2.
Just like nobody knows Pokemon Snap, right? Continue.
Anyway, so my spin-off idea would be something pre-nuke. It covers pre-nuke, nuke, and then shortly after nuke. So you would be like a guy. I don't really know how it would go, but my idea when I came across while I was in the shower, involves like a guy, kind of like a secret agent kind of guy, trying to figure out, like trying to stop the nukes from going off, whatever, trying to stop the violence between the two, all the countries that are involved. So he's doing that, and then the nuke goes off. He gets caught, like somehow he survives the nuke.
Okay.
They would figure that out.
I would hope so.
They would figure that out.
That'd be they.
They.
Everybody else.
So you kind of follow his espionage in the first part of the game. Then you follow his survival through the nuke.
Okay.
And through like the early effects of the nuke. And then you follow shortly after the nuke where the land is obviously inhabitable, and the only thing really around is the ghouls and all the other like nonsensical creatures that roam the lands. And it'd be his survival story as the only man on Earth. Put that in air quotes. Whether or not he actually is.
I was about to say, like, people can't see those air quotes.
Whether or not he is the only man on Earth is a whole other story. But I think that would be a really cool game. I think following the espionage idea for the first half of the game, and then the survival immediately. So
you think halfway through the game it should just completely change how the game is played?
I think a lot of games should do that. I like that idea, like the spontaneous change. I think it forces the gamer to actually, like, you dive into the story, you play, and then it changes, and then you have to adapt the way that the character would actually have to adapt in real life. It is a survival game after all. And, like, I wish that, like, your actions in the first part of the game would, one, affect when the second part of the game actually started, and how the game would change after, like, in the second part of the game.
Interesting. Not that it hasn't been done before, especially with Fallout, but that would take a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean,
for that to be a thing.
Yeah, it would. But they also they've done way more.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I think that would be a really cool idea. I would pay a significant amount of money for that game.
Of course you would. Yeah, I don't know how that would go over, actually. Normally I have an opinion on things, on how, like, it'll be received or how it would work, but in terms of just the game drastically switching genres mid-game.
Is it really drastically switching? Cause
you went from espionage to Fallout survival.
Like a very, very undercover, deep cover agent, and you have to survive, you have to be cunning, you have to be this, you have to be that. And then you're going to the wasteland where you have to survive, you have to be cunning, you have to be this, you have to be that.
I suppose, but, like, I feel like in the second half of the game, it would play like Fallout 3 through 4, right? Do you think that the first half of the game would also play like that? Or would it play something more like, it would carry a lot of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, I think it would, but it would also carry a lot of the same stakes as the second part of the game.
I agree on that aspect. From a story perspective, I agree. But from a gameplay aspect, it would have to completely do a 180.
It would be a complete overhaul.
So I would be really, really. I have no idea if people would like it.
But that also, like, that goes, like, the first part of the game could include, like, kind of like what I can't remember the series Metal Gear Solid does, where you don't have to kill everyone you encounter. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do
fair
that.
Okay. That's interesting.
So, like, you could end up playing the first part of the game the same way you're going to be playing the second part of the game, where you're going to be killing everything. Mm-hmm. Or you could just go complete stealth, complete, like, interactions with people, like verbal interactions.
Oh, yeah.
Try and survive that way.
Definitely. Okay. I can see it.
I think there's a game there. My thoughts are very scattered, but I think there is a game there that
they could definitely make a game out of that, 100%. I mean, there's been games made out of a lot less.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. All right.
So I think, really quickly, the fans, all 5 of you, hopefully by the time this video is over, we'll have 7.
Slowly but surely.
If you could tell us in the comments what you think the best game we've talked about would be. We've kind of come up with a storyline for each of them. Ooh. So I think if you guys cared that much, we would appreciate a comment about whose game you think would be best.
You just gave me an idea.
Oh boy.
Oh man. So next week's podcast, that's going to go up a week from this one, is going to be our review of Uncharted. The week after that, I have an idea for that. Oh man, that's going to be something. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please look out for our Uncharted review.
Getting all 7 of the fans excited. I love it.
Get excited for our Uncharted review next week. Larry's never played Uncharted. It's one of my favorite series of all time. You're going to get 2 very different perspectives on that. Keep looking out for our Little Big Planet playthrough.
They're going to be a lot better, I promise.
Oh, they're great now. If you've seen the past 3...
Oh, it's true.
They're amazing. So I hope you enjoy those. Thank you all so much for watching.
We've been your Gamer Guydes.
You need to come in quicker on that.
I thought you were going to do it.
We hope you've enjoyed the tour. Goodbye.